there is, in my view, plenty of civility in the United States Congress. So, for example, if you were to come to the Budget Committee, where Paul Ryan was the chairman of the committee, I was ranking member, we have very sharp debates on budget issues, but they're civil. And we actually get along personally very well. I mean, we go out to dinner, we talk about issues. So I think there is a lot of that relationship development. Now, it is true that you don't have as many members of Congress living in the Washington, D.C. area as you used to, because a lot of them, when they did that, they got criticized back home for going local, for going Washington, and so they do spend more time on the plane going back home. But I do not subscribe to the theory that just more opportunities to sit down for dinner or birthdays is enough to overcome some of the political differences that are between the parties right now. And there was this criticism of the president that, if only he had wined and dined, members of either party more, that he would have been able to pass more of his agenda. I just don't buy it. In fact, the president then launched his, so-called charm offensive, and he actually took people to restaurants and paid the bill, and they all talked, and it didn't overcome the very real and obvious differences between the parties. So, don't get me wrong. The more communication, the more socializing, the better. I just don't think that overcomes the other sort of trends and pressures in the system.
I want Greg to comment, and then Tom, I'll get you.
No, I think Chris is right, and we are friends, but we represent different districts. Yeah. I mean, that's what people forget. There's a reason a member acts the way they act. They got elected to represent the people in their district. You can't come here and say, well, you're now my friend, and you represent a different district, you have a different philosophy, so I'm going to vote like you do. It doesn't work. And I'll tell you what, I have a degree in journalism, like others on this panel. And it's, part of what we face in this world is what's newsworthy. If we're getting along, you're not going to write about that. If the lights go out in the city of Washington, there's a story. If they're on, it's not a story. If he takes a poke at me tonight, Rich is going to write about it before we're out of the building. If we all get along here, nobody's going to care.